Hello, Paul White at the Gloucester Hypnotherapy Centre. A number of years ago, on a routine check, my doctor told me I had high blood pressure. And as a reasonably fit, not very old man whose diet I didn't consider particularly bad, I wanted to know why. I asked him why I had high blood pressure, but he couldn't really tell me. He only had 10 minutes to tell me I had high blood pressure, and basically before he had to see his next patient. But what he did say to me was my blood pressure was at such a level that if it didn't come down, I would have to go on medication. And this disturbed me a little bit, because if he didn't know why I had high blood pressure, then being on medication to lower my blood pressure was obviously something that was going to happen for the foreseeable future, and I really didn't want that to happen. So I decided to go home and do some research on myself onto why I had high blood pressure. The only reason I could come up with that there was no medical diagnosis was that my subconscious was stimulating my sympathetic nervous system in some way to push hormones into my body to raise my blood pressure, because it thought I might be in a flight situation, which obviously I wasn't most of the time. And I think that the reason for this was that things had happened in my past, and residual stress had remained in my subconscious, which it couldn't get rid of. And obviously, as you go on, you have experiences in your life which do upset you. Your blood pressure does go up and down all the time. But it had got locked in this vicious cycle of putting me on red alert for things which were in my past, and I didn't feel any longer stressed about it. So I then set about various techniques to try and bring my blood pressure down, because I desperately didn't want to go on the medication. So I tried some meditation and relaxation techniques. I also tried some natural remedies, and I made a few small adjustments to my lifestyle. It has to be said, these things are quite worrying. And eventually I brought my blood pressure down to pretty much just above normal, which obviously made me very happy. It made him very happy as well. But if I had known about the Hypnotension approach to high blood pressure, which I now would advise people on as a hypnotherapist, I would have grabbed it with both hands. It would have saved me a lot of time and trouble. And instead of all the trial and error which I had to go through myself, having somebody guide me through the process of getting rid of all this stress and breaking the vicious cycle of red alert that was in my subconscious would have been tremendously helpful for me, and I would have been enormously grateful for that. As it was, I was a little bit worried about it all, as you can imagine, which didn't help my blood pressure come down any. So the Hypnotension approach to bring people's blood pressure down is based very much on what I've just about said. We look for reasons why your subconscious might be locked into giving you this red alert, and overstimulating your nervous system to put more adrenaline and things like that into your bloodstream that it doesn't need, because you're not in a flight or fight situation all of the time. Of course, your blood pressure does go up and down as you experience life, but you don't need it all of the time. If you want to talk to me about the Hypnotension approach to bringing down blood pressure, I am the only qualified hypnotension practitioner in Gloucestershire County, and so therefore just ring me, just email me or text me, and I will gladly get back to you if I'm not available. And if you want, you can come to see me and make a free appointment so we can talk about the possibilities of how hypnotension can help you. You might be just about to go on medication. You don't want that to happen. You might be on medication and your blood pressure is being resistant to that medication. Let's face it, who wants to be on medication? You might want to be on you might want to come off your medication, and you want to go back to your doctor. You'd have to go back to your doctor to come off medication, but you want to go back to him saying, like, I've found this new approach, and I've gone through approach, I've lowered my blood pressure, and now I'd like to come off the medication. All of those scenarios are quite possible with the Hypnotension approach. So please give me a ring, text me or email me, and I will gladly have a chat to you. But until then, take care, and I look forward to hearing from you. Cheerio.